OK，大家好，我是以章我可以讲话点点 So 欢迎 welcome to my channel. And as you can hear, this is a themed video. So as you can tell, today's vector drawing will be using Affinity Designer and will be on Chinese food. So without further ado, let's go. Alright, let's begin. So I'm just going to start a new document. Any kinds of sizes that you want, you can use. I'm just using this, alright? And let's begin. Okay, so we have this, a blank canvas. So what I want you to do is here, select this tool, the rectangle tool, but choose the pie, okay? So let's draw a pie. Use one finger on the screen when you drag to constrain it. Now we have a very nice pie here. So I want you to do this. Drag one of these handles here and make it into a semicircle. Something like that. Oop. Okay. So if you want to move this, remember to press the move tool. Okay. So now we have this. I want you to change the color, okay, of this semicircle into some kind of a yellowish orangey color, something like this. Okay, so we've got this. So I want you to do duplication. So use two fingers, put on your screen, and then tap and drag the semicircle. Okay, we got that. I want you to do this. Change the color to maybe, let's say, white. Okay, so we got this. I'm asking you to change because then we can see. Otherwise, it's very difficult for us to see. Okay, so now that we have this, okay, I want you to make sure you have your, what do you call that? Magnetic alignment set. Okay, so now we have this. I want you to align right in the center. Okay, align them together. And this one right to the bottom. Now select both of this. Oh, but wait, make sure that the size is about like that. The thickness of this yellow strip is like that. We don't have a strip yet because we haven't subtract this from this. Okay, so what we need to do is select all of this, tap here and tap here, subtract. So now we have a very nice what do you call that? I don't know. A semicircle, a strip. Okay, so now that we have this, we're gonna use this and duplicate this. I want you to do the same thing. Two fingers on the screen and drag. Resize this. Press one finger on the screen, resize it, and place it there. Resize it, something like this. Something about here. Okay, so now that we have this, resize it. Duplicate again. Two fingers, drag, resize it, resize. So the idea is this gap over here, this white gap, must be about the same size. Okay, so you just use your finger, eyeball it. All right, it doesn't have to be exact. Just eyeball this thing. Okay, we're done. So this is just one thing that we're gonna use. I want you to do this. Select all of this, tap here and tap group so that we can group this and duplicate them. Okay, that's 1 and 2 and 3. So we got this. Nice, good. Now duplicate this again and put it on top here. So you see this, it's coming through because this is actually a gap, right? So what you can do on your own time, okay, you can fill up this thing if you want, okay, by duplicating another piece of strip of this, okay, within this group. Maybe of a different color, maybe white, I don't know, but use your creativity, all right? So, but for now, I don't want it to come out and be seen through this gap. So I want to just place it here like that, just nice. Okay, and then tap and drag, put it over here. what I did was I duplicated it. Okay, so we've got this basic thing here. So what we're gonna do is what we're gonna do next is this. We're gonna use this pie tool again. Alright, but this time let's change the color. For this tutorial I'll use the color blue, something like this. Okay, so I'm just gonna drag this handle here, this orange point node, and make it into a semicircle. So this will be our bowl. I'm gonna resize this and put it here, something like that. Alright, looking good, right? Okay, so this is our bowl, and what we can do now is have some maybe some shadows over here if you want. Alright, so we can add a simple shadow. We can add let's see, what do we have here? Let's make use of all these fun shapes. Maybe we can use tear. Okay, so we have tear like that. We're gonna add some reflection on the bowl. Okay, so a reflection usually will be a much lighter color, so let's change this color to a lighter hue, something like that. Okay, it's weird, isn't it? This is it's a tear shape, teardrop, so it doesn't look like a reflection. So what we need to do is double tap this, okay, and then change it to curve. Now we can make adjustments. We can use the node tool here, over here, and tap on one of the nodes and just drag like that, and drag the handle like that. Okay, now you can adjust it any way you want it. Alright, make it look good. For this point, I'll make it into a smart curve, smart node, something like that. Drag it over here, there, something like this. Okay, next I want a shadow, so I'll just duplicate this for now. Okay, so whatever I am showing you here, you can actually improvise and make use of it. Make use of the idea. That's the whole point of this tutorial. Alright, so just drag this point, and then I'm going to change the color. So have your own ideas and run with it. Okay, this one, just drag it, something like that. And here I'll change it to a much darker hue, something like that. Okay, looks good. Next, the base of the bowl. For that, we'll just need a rectangle and put it over here. Does it cover? Okay, so make sure that this end and this end touch the bowl. Yes? Okay, so now what we can do is, for here, the bottom will always be a much darker color, something like that, because of shadows and lights and all that. Okay, so this is done. Very fast, right? Okay, so if you want to have like a rim here, okay, you can. So what I can show you is this. So we have this bowl, right? I want you to do this. Tap here and duplicate. So now check this. This is your layers panel. We already duplicated this. Okay, I want you to change the color. Let's change the color to about here. This is some kind of a I don't know what color this is. Okay, it's a much darker hue. So, but then what we want is just a strip, okay, at the rim of the bowl. So what you need to do is tap here, rectangle tool, use that, drag, and stop there. I want you to stop until here, okay, somewhere around here, so that we only need this. To show you what I mean, okay, I'm just gonna change this color for a bit, maybe here. Okay, so we just need this. So what we need to do is, do you remember this, the subtract tool? You need to first select this and this. Okay, see what I'm doing? I tap here, press one finger and tap here so that I can select both of this. Okay, then tap subtract. So now I just have this. That's it. Oh, look at this. This shadow is coming out. So just move it over here. And somehow this bowl has become smaller. So let's make some adjustments. Drag like that and that. Put it in the center. Is it in the center? Okay, let's see. Something like that. Okay. Okay. Right. So we got this. Something like this. Okay, so we got the rim and we got the base, we got the bowl, put it over here. We got the noodles. So now the next fun thing we're gonna do, I want to check your layers. Okay, you can do some organization, organize your layers if you need to. Okay, but for now I'm just going to show you some tips and tricks. Okay, so let's have this. I want you to draw this, a very thin strip. Alright, once you've drawn, make sure you remember to tap on the move tool. So I have this, right? This is going to be our noodle. It's going to be a wavy noodle. So I want you to do this. Double tap so that you can bring up this option. Tap to curve so that we can use the node tool and add the nodes in. So I want you to do this. Just tap here and here. 1, 2. Just tap. Make sure that these are aligned. But if it is not, it's fine. Okay? Just make sure that it is somewhat aligned. Oh, look at that. I deleted it. You see this? Okay. So make sure if you did something wrong, just double tap, okay, to undo. And I think it's triple tap to redo or something like that. Okay. So that. Oh, that's a lot, right? Okay. So the idea is this. I'm going to make it into a wavy noodle. So I'm going to select this. Let's see whether I can select that. No, I can't. So look at this. I'm selecting these two, right? Press one finger on the screen. Just tap and tap. Okay. See, I am just tapping here, alternating this row and this row and this row. I avoided this one. Okay. Alternating. This one, tap one finger, and finally. Okay, all right, so we're done. What do we do now? What you need to do now is just tap and drag, something like that. Okay, so it looks like a zigzag, right? See that? I want it to be curvy, a nice wave, so just tap on Smart. See? And we got that. But this part here, it is not curvy. Okay, so just select like that. Oh, tap here and select and use Smart. Done. If you want to be more precise, if you want to select this as well, the inner corners to make it curvy, also do the same way and tap Smart. Alright, looking good, right? Okay, so this, change the color. I want you to change the color to the same color as this noodle. So what I did was use this eyedropper, drag and select here. You see now this color well here has changed. You still need to tap this to change this. Okay, done. So we've got this. What are we going to do? So let's make some room for that. So I'm going to select all of this, drag downwards, and here, put it over here. Okay, I think I'll make room some more. So I'm going to select all of this and resize. Put it in the center, and put it over here. I'm going to duplicate this, duplicate again. So I'm going to have 3 strips, something like that. staggered like that. Okay, now we are going to make the chopstick. So a chopstick is very easy. Just do this, make a rectangle, a thin rectangle. I'm gonna change the color to red, something like that. Okay, so that's done, right? Next, what are we going to do? So we have to tap. Remember this, see? If you don't see this, double tap, use your move tool, double tap, and you will see this option. Tap on to curve. Next, use the node tool here, tap here and bring it down, tap here and bring it up, so that it looks tapered, like that. Cool? Great. So next, we're gonna have some rim here, a border here. So again, to simplify things, just duplicate this. You see, I've duplicated this. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to cut it. Okay. Well, one way you can cut is simply by using the node tool and tap here and here. Okay. Or you can, just like what we did with the bowl, have another rectangle. But the thing is, I'm going to show you how to cut like this. Use this. You see, this point has been selected, right? Tap one finger, use one finger on the screen and tap this so that these two are selected. Next, tap break. Okay, see what's going to happen. Use your move tool here. You see, this and this, there are two parts here now. You can't really see it. I think you can see it, maybe. But we can delete this. Just delete. And here, we can change the color to a much darker one. Like that. So to be safe, and because this is still open end, okay, so you need to close this. Okay, that's it, now it's closed. Okay, good. Next, we have this, and we can now group this and bring it over here. Use the move tool. Oh dear. Okay, is it grouped? Yes, it is grouped. Oh, you see this? It is not grouped. So if you have this kind of problem, just tap and drag and put it up there. Let's see whether it still works. Yes. Okay, now this is the group. Oh, let's see. I'm just selecting this and I'm not really putting it in the group. Okay, now it's in the group. Let's see. And now you can't see this strip, right? Because it's below. Tap here and above. You might not have this same problem as me, but if you do, you know what to do. Just look at the layers panel. Alright? Alright, now we have this group. Just place it here, rotate, and put it there. Is it about the same size as the bowl? You can make this chopstick bigger if you need to. Alright? Or you can make the bowl smaller. It is up to you. Okay, so now we just duplicate this, and I'm just gonna rotate a little bit and maybe put this below, something like that. All right, something like this. Okay, now if you are very particular of the nitty-gritty things, you can adjust something like that. Okay, so such that it makes it look like it wraps the chopstick, the noodle wraps, goes around the chopstick, something like that. Okay, and if you're still even more particular about how realistic this is, you can make it like that. Hold on, something like that, and put it below. This below. Up to you. Okay, but I think better not. This is much cleaner somehow. Okay, so this is just the basic idea. You can add some shadows to the chopstick to make it look nicer, and shadows to the noodle, the strip of noodle, right? And add some background if you need to. Use your creativity to add some color, add some background, use the whole thing. I'm going to put this out on my Patreon page so you can have a look, and you can also download it if you need to. Alright, I hope you liked that video. I hope you liked that tutorial. It's a very easy one. Don't forget to subscribe and give a like if you like this video. That's it for me. See you and goodbye. 再见.